Mark Jones is back. It's been a pretty busy time. You were flat stick down at Cromwell looking after the team, and now you're at the top of the South Island, so you're getting around a bit.
Yeah, part of the job this time of year, we always like to head down to Cromwell for a few weeks, and the weather wasn't that great down there, but she's pretty good up at Blenheim this weekend.
I'm sure it is. Really looking forward to it, actually, on the grass track, which is nice. I think, isn't there a appetite from punters and race goers really for grass track racing?
Yeah, I think the turnover showed that the grass tracks racing in Canterbury is probably keeping the industry going, and Gore had a good day down there with their grass track, even though the weather wasn't that great. So, the turnover is very good, and the crowds love it, and they're close to the action as well. So, especially this time of year, it's keeping the industry going.
Be interesting to see how good a crowd they get tomorrow. It's a nice fine day at Blenheim. I'm sure, because the locals have generally been pretty good supporters of the meeting.
Yeah, it's always got up here, and Sunday's even better for the family day, but being a twilight start, it's pretty good weather. You don't really get the wind up here, so I'm pretty sure it should be a big crowd.
Okay, right. We'll kick it off with race 2, because you're teaming up the old firm with Dean Taylor at Marlborough, and I don't know how many races you guys have won, in partnership at Blenheim over the years, but it would be a lot. And I'll go back to horses like Waipawa Lad, etc., winning up there. And I reckon you might drive a winner for him tomorrow in race 2, a horse called Best Trio. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's good to get Dean's colours back on, and a lot of winners over the years. And probably I haven't been to Blenheim or Nelson for about 4 or 5 years, so it's good to get back here. So, I think Dean's got a bit of time for him, and Rednuts, he's been doing a bit of work with him, said he trialled good at Methven last week, and he does seem quite a nice maiden. So, on the reports what Dean gives me, you're going with a bit of confidence. He's got to be hard to beat.
Horse I've liked for a while, and I think now ready to start showing it on the racetrack, and I think it'll be a good chance. Then you jump on one for Fred Fletcher, Royal Dell, and it wouldn't be the worst chance of it trotted away from one.
Yeah, made a mistake last start, but the big trotting field, so he's got to do things right. And Fred's trotters always race pretty good, so provided he does things right in steps, he's got a bit each way chance.
Mahia, you got the one at Roxburgh, and he paced as good as I've ever seen him pace around what's usually a very tricky track. So you did a good job to iron him out and get him ready for that.
Yeah, I actually don't think it's been the horse's fault with his gaiter. We've just taken his holes up. They've been quite long, and he's got better with that. So I think we'll put that down a train area. But he'll need a bit of luck from one. The back row grass probably doesn't really suit him, but he's in the right race. And if he's running on at the finish, he's probably going to get back from the draw. And if he's running on, we'll be happy.
Okay. The 7th, Uncle Chan, another one for Dean, has no form. Fresh up, looking for a positive sort of a run, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about it. So drawn 9, it's going to need a lot of luck from outside the gate. So probably one to watch and see what it does the first day.
Yeah, pretty wide in the market he is. Then we go into the big pair. Art Attack, good win the first day, but of course barrier draw helped a lot there in that first day at Nelson, and then barrier draw against him the second day. So 2 really good runs, but again, draws, they mean everything these days, don't they?
Yeah, he's run the second day at Nelson was pretty good. He had no chance the way the race was running. He still got the line strong. He's up in grade, but he's drawn wide again, and some nice ones drawn inside him. So he's got to drop back and go for luck. But if he gets a wee bit of luck, he's an outside chance.
Think the grass will suit him?
He seems to eat a lot of it. He seems to enjoy it, but he is good gated, so I don't think that'll be a concern for him.
Grass will suit Plutonium Lady the way she won the cup race at Cromwell the other day. An outstanding performance, and great to see her back to her best, because when she is in form, she's a pretty smart mare.
Yeah, she's a good mare when she's right, and she probably enjoyed the breakaway down there, and training on the grass track and a bit of galloping down there just seemed to perk her up. So it was a good effort to win that race, and getting off the front's a big plus tomorrow, and she can skip away and stay handy. I think she'll take a lot of beating tomorrow.
Yeah, it looked like a winnable race again, didn't it? Really, it's not a strong bunch, is it? And she is well poised. So looking forward to seeing her go around. Her perhaps slightly more illustrious stablemate, Stylish Memphis, a new plan, and it's underway basically this weekend. What can you tell us?
Yeah, she tried up good on Wednesday at Rangiora, and we just opted to go to Australia with her. She can race for 30,000 every week, mares only, and she won't ever race mares. And she got the ladyship with 200 and 250,000 lead ups. So we set a plan in place that she heads to Auckland over the weekend and races in Auckland next Friday. and then flies out on the 1st of February to Jack Trainers, and she could be there for a long time. Just depends on how she's going, whether she comes to the Jewels or we go to America. But harness racing have really got to look at things here, and we're losing all these mares, and we could add 2 mares races, and after that I had to take on copy that and Self Assured in the Easter Cup, and after that there was only really the Jewels. So we've been hearing this for years with people with good mares, and you look at the good ones in America that we've lost. So it keeps falling on deaf ears. So hopefully a few changes at the top of HRNZ may change that. But if we've got the handicapping people still there, nothing's changing. So hopefully it does change, and it needs to. But it's too late for our mare. We're taking the riches overseas, and I'm sure it would be very profitable for the owner.
Well, there's no horses in the higher grades because the rating system has got all the horses going downwards. It's like pulling a plug out of a full sink of water, and everything just goes straight through the bottom because of the amount of horses in each race we have that are losing points constantly. We're just obviously getting all the horses rated again between 40 and 60, aren't we?
Yeah, well, Nelly made a great point. The end of the year that the best horses in our stable become our worst ones, the hardest to place, and they earn the least. And our system is supporting mediocrity, and we're just losing good horse after good horse. I've got Burning Boy in Australia, and now Stylish Memphis, and who's to say the others don't follow, because it's pretty profitable over there. But I said it keeps falling on deaf ears, so hopefully someone listens, but they haven't done for the last few years anyway.
Well, they need to start listening, and they need to start looking at some facts and some figures, and that the main one being breeding numbers. And that is, again, something that's, fallen on deaf ears, if you like, but it's been so obvious that the numbers are dropping away year by year and very constantly, yet there's been no addressing of it. So, they're going to end up with no racehorses and no industry if they're not careful, and it's high time that the people in power actually did stop and think and do something about it.
Yeah, we just need races for the better horses. Like, that's what the punters like to watch, and they remember all the good horses. And if we can keep them in New Zealand, and with the COVID, it's a better example to put these races on for these horses. Like, Canterbury next week, we've got to track down to Southland for one race and back up, and they're pretty limited for our good horses. So they should be looking after our good horses first, and then that'll look after the rest of the industry. But until they do that, we're only on a downward spiral.
Yeah, correct. And, it's a real major issue. I think looking through the fields over the last few weeks, people are betting, but they're not betting on a major amount of quality, really, Mark, are they?
No, it's just that Christmas time racing. There's plenty of racing going around, and it's probably a lucky year with the COVID. People can't go overseas, so they still like traveling. They're traveling to race meetings and having a day out. So we've got to make the most of it. Why that is, but it's not going to be like that forever. So I think we should be addressing issues instead of we should be proactive instead of reactive. So hopefully the changes get made.
Yeah, well, I think Stylish Memphis is heading to the right place. Sydney, or even anywhere in Australia, to be honest, at least they run free for alls and an ability to earn. And it's not an inexpensive hobby for all our owners, etc. Is it? It costs a lot of money to have horses in training, and you've got to have opportunities to run for good money off the back of paying out that money every month, don't you? And as a trainer, you understand that more than most.
Yeah, I think I'm probably one trainer that does the best thing for the owners all the time and puts the horse in the right places. And I put the horse before myself and the owner before myself. So, if I was like a lot of them, I'll keep this horse here and keep taking the training fees. But when you're going around and getting, $1,500 for second and, $1,800 for third, it's not viable for what they cost to run. So, Stylish Memphis is a great example. She'll head to Australia, and she only races mares every week. So you can't complain with that. And, she could triple her earnings of what she could do here, and she probably got 4 races to pick a month, where here she's lucky to get 1.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we're not being negative about anything, Mark, but we're just pointing out the fact that things do have to change a little bit here. We have to look after these horses. We'd rather them race here for the local industry than have to go to Australia or America. And that's the fact. It'd be great to have Stylish Memphis still racing here, wouldn't it, every week?
I don't think we're being negative. I think we just stated the facts, and some people don't seem to like the facts as the problem, and they don't address it. So that attitude's got to change as well. And yes, look at Australia, like Lochinvar and before that Ride High, like they have races every week, and the public get behind them, and they got mainstream media. We're here, honestly, besides since Lazarus, what have we actually had? And even he got bugger all racing here. So something's got to change.
Certainly does. So you're going to back these horses up again on Sunday, all going well?
Yeah, all going well. They'll definitely head round again. Plutonium Lady should probably improve with the first day's run, and yeah, the other two just need a better draw.
Okay, and La Rosa and Brovey Kelly, they're home from Auckland.
Yep, they're back in work, so they'll head towards a sales race on February the 12th, I think it is, and a race the week before and a trial 10 days out. So they come back in great order from Jeremy's, and yeah, probably two fillies to look forward to in that sales race.
Brilliant. Oh, well, good luck tomorrow at Blenheim. I know you're pretty happy to be there and haven't been for a few years, and it'd be great if you could salute for your old mate, Dean Taylor. I think that'd be a really good way to start the day if you could get that best trio home.
Yeah, it'd be a good result, and yeah, just good luck for the punters out there, and hopefully the weather stays good, which it's forecast to do.
Good chat, Mark. Thanks for that.
Cheers.